Kiah getting ambitious. 6-3 offsuit. 4x, over a 4x re-raise with 6-3. Adam with the Jack-10 suited. Definitely going to be tempting to call here, but that is a big re-raise. He does call.
I have no idea.
Yoga, crypto, and what?
Yoga, you know, I have like NFTs now. I don't even know what they are, but I have them.
Oh.
Okay.
And you got a hand.
Yeah, like pictures of tables
Oh.
and shit.
Talking about NFTs, but the conversation needs to pause because I got a hand here.
I have 3 of them.
I got NFTs. I don't know what they are. I got Queen Jack. I don't really know what to do.
I think so, yeah.
He hits, ooh,
That's quite a flop for Queen Jack of Spade, ain't it?
80% to a
The
royal.
King of Spades. I don't think we have seen the Royal on stream ever.
It's tough to do.
It's hard to do.
Kiah does have 2 pairs, so we're going to see some action here as we see Pierre go for the bet into the abyss with ace-3. In pretty rough shape with his hand.
1200?
I've been dealt 3 Royals at the Lodge.
Wow. I believe that is above expectation. Any in pot limit Omaha though?
1.
Wow, so 2 and no limit. Even that is pretty crazy.
And I've had 6 Royals lifetime.
That definitely seems above average.
2 online.
Even so. Interesting developments here. So Kiah raises with his 2 pair, which is, you know, 2 pair is a good hand, but on this board it isn't so powerful. And now we have T1000 who's sort of sitting in the middle with this big draw and middle pair. He does decide to just call. Definitely seems like re-raising himself could have been a possibility there.
Yeah, Pierre gets out of the way. Good on him folding that ace.
We're going to take a turn.
No, I will not.
Ooh, there's the flush.
Now the open ended.
Dead to the 10 of diamonds is King Kai.
Looking at
see.
both want a red, so I'm probably in trouble.
Looks like Kai's going for like a small bet to kind of block here. Very small.
King Kai's table talk is always so fascinating. He loves talking, his thought process. So I was really hoping for a red card. It's black, so I'm probably in trouble. I'm probably dead. But here's $600.
Raise to 1700.
Very,
1700.
that's a very small raise in relation to the pot here.
17, yeah.
Red 10 out there.
Little vacuum in the background. They're just vacuuming the table.
Oh.
Think they're good.
Don't do it.
Red 10.
Don't do it.
500.
Kiah does call.
Deuce of hearts, meaningless.
If I bet, you're going to raise, so I like to just call whatever you bet. I'll check.
He checks. He says, I'll call whatever you're going to bet. Let's see if he was telling the truth.
I'll tell you what hand you have when you check.
I'm not listening anymore.
T1000 puts out a nice bet.
4200.
4,200 into 7,200.
Kiah now sitting there with 2 pair. He's got to call 4,200 to win 11.4.
We're being so friendly, too.
But 2 pair on this board after he raised into so many players on the flop and T1000 just cold called after having put no money in. It's just really hard to imagine T1000 with anything worse. Really than a flush. I mean, I guess a straight is possible. King Jack exactly, but it's hard to imagine T1000 not having a value hand here. I honestly can't think of one single
Ace 10, Ace 9, all have you beat as well. Surprised King Kai even called the turn there.
It was a very small raise. I think that was a savvy play by T1000, kind of recognizing that King Kiah had a hand that wanted to bet, like a decent hand, but he bet small, so he's not super thrilled about his decent hand. So we raise, so T1000 raises small, kind of keeps Kiah in.
We said Kai doesn't like to fold.
Yeah, you guys said
He
he's
did.
sticky King Kiah.
He did tell T1000 he was going to call whatever he bet. But
He folds. I think he just announced the fold. He'll show face up the 2 pair.
Gold fold from Kiah. Someone betting that he's bluffing.
Showing.
I guess they disagree with me that
It's going to go to him.
he doesn't have any bluffs there.
I think bluff.
But we do have a side bet there.
Adam bets $100 that he's not bluffing. It'd be sweet if she mixed one in at the next family gathering.
So with XRP and
Sure, it will happen.
Well, I love it because, you know, we give nicknames to a lot of people, right? Poobah being one of them. And people call him Poobah. They, you know, hey, Pooh, what's up, Poobah? You know, no more Joe.
Right? Torch the name. Take the
know.
nickname. As we see Kiah open and Ludo re-race on the button with 8-7 suited, looking to isolate against King Kiah. Gets what he wants, and he gets the flop that he wants. 7 high. He actually checks back on this board, though, which I don't love. 8-7 on 7-5-3 really needs a lot of protection. There are not a lot of good turn cards. I mean, he got one of the best possible turn cards, being the 2 of diamonds, and yet it still completes a flush draw.
Gala's a good.
Easy call now, though,
Yeah, fire. Yeah.
as King Kiah bluffs with his jack of diamonds flush draw.
Gotta fade a lot of rivers, though. Let's see if Ludo can hold. He does.
Like 5 or 10K.
And Kai's still gonna tell a story here. That's river. Was that 1,500 or so? Maybe a
Like it.
squeak more? No, 1,500.
This would be, I think, a pretty blunder of a fold here. I mean, King Kiah's range is going to be very wide. He's going to have a lot of, like, 1 diamond hands, like the one he has. And you check back the flop with top pair, so you can't really fold.
And Ludo snips it out, makes the correct call. Well played.
Wow.
So, works out for him.
Yeah, that check on the flop absolutely worked out. Price of poker's going down. 25.50 for this hand, no straddle.
300.
Brandon just calls 50 under the gun, and T1000. Oh, sorry, that's Kiah. He just chips forward. 300 from Kiah.
yeah, here you go.
T1000 calls in position. Gabe's gonna call, and we got a party. It's gonna be 5 ways to flop. Oh, whoa, Brandon folded.
All right, kid.
That
I'm due,
shocks
man.
me.
I want to handle on time.
Top 2 for T1000 here.
Brandon would have had that flush draw if he had called that 250.
525.
Just like the day started between Kai and the T1000, that looks like it's going to continue like such here at 6:10 in the early evening as the other pocket pairs exit.
Everybody else,
Blank city on the turn. Does add a second flush draw. King Kiah goes for the check, and this could start getting expensive for him. T1000 getting massage, so you know he's going to be making optimal
Imagine the
decisions.
size up, kind of like the 16 to 1800 range here.
1750.
Yep, he agrees. Larger bet size definitely makes more sense on such a dynamic board.
Quick call from Kai, doesn't really think it over
I don't know how you can mess
too
with
long.
I mean, make this one better, but I'm going to try.
Pocket 5s would have got there, but they had head for the hills long ago. So T1000 in good shape to win a nice sized pot. Maybe something go with the long 3,000 half pot. Go for a little value after this table talk from Kai. But T1000 usually likes hefty bets, but let's see if he can size down, target a weak queen or perhaps a jack and get that call. So 2.6 to 3,000 is what I would want to see. I think he's going to go a little larger than that.
Definitely wants to make it look like a bluff, I suppose, in this situation. Let's see what he decides to do. Reaching for greens, which is an odd start. Okay, there we go. Looks like it's going to be 4 or 5.
5,500.
Yeah, about pot.
5,500.
Definitely merits to both bet sizes, going smaller, like Skull said, around half pot. Merits to this bet size as well. The merits being a lot of draws missed, so there are a lot of potential bluffs in T1000's range. Perhaps counterintuitively, when you have a lot more potential bluffs in your range, you actually usually want to bet bigger because you want your opponent to have worse pot odds. If you bet small when you have a lot of bluffs in your range, you actually make it kind of easy for them. They just get to call knowing you have a lot of potential bluffs.
Kai's thinking about making this call too. Looks to be leaning towards making the call. So T1000 about to make the maximum, it seems.
Pot would creep over 16,000 if he were to call here.
Lays it down.
Does make the fold, cuts it out and folds. That actually takes a lot of discipline, I have to say.
Yeah, he thought that one through.
The cut out and fold. A lot of big re-entries.
And you know what the great tournaments bring,
400.
Mike Brady?
Tell me more.
They bring great cash games, follow great tournament series.
Damn right.
And that's what we will have right here. So whether you like cash and don't want to play any of the tournaments, or you just like tournaments, this is the place to be.
King Kiah getting ambitious. 6-3 offsuit. 4x, over a 4x re-raise with 6-3. Adam with the Jack-10 suited. Definitely going to be tempting to call here, but that is a big re-raise.
I'll bet.
He does call.
Come on, man. It's pretty likely. I'll tell you what, my 500 to your 100. We don't have a single.
I don't complain, we're on the same.
Great.
Oh my goodness.
Whew, that is action.
What a flop, folks, here. Kai smashes it. Overs and the flush draw for Adam. I just fell off my chair a little bit. And here we go. Little Hollywood for King Kai.
Check.
Pair board on the turn could slow it down a little bit in terms of at least Adam being willing to put in money. Obviously, Kai's hand is still an absolute monster.
5.2. Perhaps. Don't see Adam folding.
Show me one, I'll show you one. Can you get cash game, right?
No, I know.
I don't see why not.
I know we do.
It may help you or it may hurt you. I
I
don't know.
don't think it could help me in this spot.
I promise you.
Burn this one.
You could show them both if you want.
You show me one.
Show me ball.
Burn this
I'll tell you what,
yesterday.
if you show me
Yeah,
one,
different.
if you show me one, I'll make sure you one. That's how friend I'm gonna be right now. If you show me one, I'll make sure you both, but I'll at least show you one.
Let me think about it. I'm not sure I'm good enough to hold this turn. Not that I should.
Well, you got a chance right now. Show me one, I'll make sure you both, but I'll show you this one. No?
Makes the call.
Thank you for the kind offer.
Hit a king. One time.
Check.
Snap check. Adam has whiffed.
2,000.
And quick fold there. Interesting.
My God.
Nice hand.
Shows the table and just flops the entire universe.
It's just such a perfect fit, and took it to a level that, frankly, the Lodge, you know, all the people who are affiliated with the Lodge ownership are thrilled. So it's just a perfect partnership.
Yeah, I mean, we're totally on the same page. When it comes to starting our own room, like, I shudder at the thought of having to do that, having to find a place, maybe do some sort of build.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a bunch of building stuff involved. Hire dealers. This is stuff that
Building is the easy part. To getting the staff.
staffing, all these managerial aspects
Yes.
that we have zero experience as King Kiah flops a flush here.
Yes.
And a straight flush draw. Those are things that our team has no experience doing.
Right.
And the Lodge team has all the experience doing, and in my mind, the Lodge has their own all-star team here, you know, with the tournament director, Anthony, Anthony Chester, Joe Stracera as the poker room manager. I mean, just the dealers in general. The team is incredible. So we just got to come over here and be involved in that from the digital side. It's just perfect. So yeah, anyway, back to the hand.
Yeah.
King Kiah bets 2,300 with his flush. Adam has a hand that he could potentially call with. I mean, he's obviously drawing dead, but he does have a 5-high flush draw. He does have a straight draw.
Open-ender, yeah.
He is going to peel drawing dead. He really does not want to hit.
Three of diamonds. All right, let's have a look.
Oh my gosh.
Got the right suit.
Don't be thinking it's sophisticated car.
King Kai is going to win this, as Adam cannot call here. He folds.
Kai,
Yep,
when you
so
have
we're
now,
happy
you wanna-
and looking for the future. The future is bright.